Hello everyone, this is Mark Leibovit from VRTrader.com, and this is a VR tutorial using the eSIGNAL platform, looking today at PALL, which is the ETFS Physical Palladium Exchange Traded Fund. We're going to look at it quickly both on a daily and weekly chart, but my bias has been to the long side here, and I've been cautioning that if we take out that 775 area, potential could be up to 1,000 or 1,100 in physical palladium. But just using it on a short-term basis, and this is the sequential indicator, meaning that we post all negative VRs or positive VRs as they unfold rather than filtering them out. And as you know, we have two other versions. We've got the directional, which filters out repetitive VRs, and the 2-day version, which simply provides a trade after 2 days, whether you're stopped out or we take a profit. It's just a 2-day trade based on probabilities and studies we've done that when a VR is formed, you tend to get follow through in that direction for 2 days or 2 bars or 2 weeks, depending on the time frame. But I tend to focus, as most of you know, on the daily charts. But we had Leibovit negative VR here back on January 21st. You can see a nice little downtrend there. We got a negative VR after an extended decline, and I tend not to take those, plus the fact you can see that the stochastic was bottoming out here. Positive VR came in, which did get us long and carried us for a nice little uptrend here. Negative VR here was quickly reversed, so this was a trade that was stopped out, but we had a 2-day trade to the upside. Negative VR came in, nice trade to the downside for 2 days, and the most recent VR was a positive one, which has really lasted here since the February 27th signal. We do have a little outside day, which is this green bar, higher high, lower low, suggesting perhaps we could get a little pullback, but I don't see any negative volume yet, so I'm going to give the upside the benefit of the doubt. I guess if we did experience a correction, you would have risk down to this 50-day moving average, but the stochastic seems to be trying to turn back up here again. We're going to quickly look at the weekly charts for those of you who want to take more of an intermediate perspective, and you can see there's been pretty decent 1 or 2 week trades on the weekly. Most recently here on the weekly chart, there was a positive VR back on February 10th, and we had a multi-week move to the upside. The most recent VR before that was a negative VR back on December 16th, and there was follow through for another week to the downside. Same thing here when we had a negative VR back on September 30th. We had a little follow through after that one. A negative VR here back on June 17th of last year. Nice follow through for another week to the downside there. Negative VR back on April 8th. Negative VR follow through there for another week. So there seems to be some correlation. Nice little follow through. Here's a positive VR here. I didn't note October 14, 2013. We had another follow through for a week to the upside. So on the weekly chart, there is some, value. I tend to, as you probably know, focus more on the daily. But that's sort of a picture on palladium. We are long palladium, have been. I think that the trend is up. And if we start to generate some negative volume here, then of course I might have to reverse for trading purposes. But I think on a bigger picture basis, we are setting the stage for a much larger advance here in the weeks and months ahead. Have a pleasant day. Thanks for checking in.